Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Digital Relativity, a tradigital marketing agency crafting holistic strategies that engage and educate customers by pairing digital and traditional advertising to grow your business. More info at digitalrelativity.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey Glasser and by the West Virginia Department of Tourism. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with our host, Kathy Mattea.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Thank you. Thank you. Hello and welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. I'm Kathy Mattea, and we're at home here with limited capacity at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston with another great show filled with some serious pickers, singers, and writers. Some you may have known, and some I'm sure you'll be hearing for the first time, and I'm so glad I get to introduce them to you. We've got J2B2 with us. That's the John Jorgensen Bluegrass Band. Any group with John in it might as well be called a supergroup, and this one is for sure. Next hour, we'll hear from another supergroup, this time an all-woman cast that are winning awards for their songs and their musicality. Della will be here. And still to come in this hour, we will welcome Chris Matthews, a powerful songwriter and singer with a lot of love in her heart, and an award-winning banjo player who's been turning heads for quite some time, and he brought his crew with him. The Wellington Band will be here in just a bit. But we're going to start the show tonight with a duo who just released their third album together. It's called The Flowers That Bloom in the Spring on Dead Reckoning Records. They've both been on our show multiple times with various projects over the years. She's an old-time fiddler and a curator of songs and tunes, and a member of the acclaimed roots band Uncle Earl. Among her collaborators are Abigail Washburn and Robin Hitchcock. And he was a member of the 80s group The O'Kanes with Jamie O'Hara on Columbia Records, as well as the Americana supergroup Kane Welch Kaplan. They met at San Francisco's Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival and immediately hit it off, co-writing for each other's projects. This album was recorded in the Adirondack Mountains just after they finished working together on, wait for it, a Martin Scorsese movie. The album has new songs, old songs, and fiddle tunes. It's one part Woody Guthrie-esque commentary and one part transcendental string band. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage Kieran, Kane, and Rayna Gellert.
Great to be here. Thank you, Kathy. You ready? 2, 3, go.
Train on the island, whistle blowing high, 3 hours on the local, slowly dragging by. I'm gonna meet you back where we belong. Back where we belong. Used to know a brakeman, worked along this line. Weather's always changing, ain't seen him for some time. I'm gonna meet you back where we belong. Back where we to calm the chill, sweep away the cobwebs, flowers on the sill. I'm gonna meet you back where we belong. Back where we belong. Train on the island, whistle blowing high, 3 hours on the local, slowly dragging by. I'm gonna meet you back where we belong. Back where we belong. I'm gonna meet you back where we belong.
Thank you very much. So we are playing just songs from this new record tonight, and this is a song that I wrote back in the 90s, and we decided we'd try and figure out how we could play it, and hopefully we did. We'll see. But this is actually the first time that we have ever played this song in public, which I think is pretty brave, actually, considering this is going out worldwide. So hopefully it works out well. Ready? 2, 3, go.
When I made up my mind to come home, I didn't even close the door. There was nothing in that place where I lived that I needed anymore. I told the old man down the hall, what's mine is yours, take what you need. I believe the only thing worth saving from this life I've been living is me. There's an old worn out couch where I tossed and turned and didn't get much sleep. And there's a broken coffee pot and some dirty dishes laying in the sink. And there's a double bed with all the empty space that a lonely man could need. But I believe the only thing worth saving from this life I've been living is me. I made a mess of everything when I walked out on you, and that's a fact. Now I'm standing here the way I left, with just my clothes on my back. I know I've got no right to be here, but I am praying you'll agree that the only thing worth saving from this life I've been living is me. I made a mess of everything when I walked out on you, and that's a fact. Now I'm standing here the way I left, with just my clothes on my back. I know I've got no right to be here, but I am praying you'll agree that the only thing worth saving from this life I've been living is me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you guys making all that noise.
Yeah, we should.
We know there's a lot of space out there. So.
So I don't know if there's any farmers in the house tonight. There we go. There's a couple. So we're going to send this out to the few farmers we got here tonight, and the ones that hopefully are listening out there. And I was going to say TV land. I guess it's internet land, isn't it? It's called the Bailout Blues. 2, 3, go.
Cornfields, cotton patch, ain't no way to make your money back. Prime your rows, pull your weeds, Sonny be giving out bags of seeds. Got bailout blues. Weatherman, weatherman, tell me about the weatherman if you can. Crops are flooded, crops are dry, everybody talking about a reason why. Got the bailout blues. Soybeans piling up, DC playing that booty of trust. Don't you worry, good times are coming. Working on a plan to keep your tractor running. Got the bailout blues. Drive your truck to the loading dock, rolling in while the prices drop. Wanna make a living on a family farm, try selling off the chickens in the family barn. Got the bailout blues. You can't sell, you can't buy, storing it up while the tariffs rise. One man, one vote, throw it away and that's all she wrote. Got the bailout blues.
Thank you.
You can tell them about this one while I make sure my fiddle's in tune.
Yes, this song, this is another one that this is the first time that we've played this song in public. Last time we played this was in a little cabin in the Adirondack Mountains. It's called Lonely or the Brave, and it was sort of inspired. Anybody know that movie, Lonely or the Brave, with Kirk Douglas? And yes. Jenna Rollins. Great movie. It was sort of inspired by that, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah, if having written a song that shares the title with that film gets a few more people to watch the film, I think we've done a good job. Such a good movie.
We sure appreciate you guys coming out tonight. We know there's not as many people in the house because of the COVID thing and all that, but hopefully we'll get to the end of that and go back to having full houses. But you guys have been perfect. Ready? 2, 3, go.
The eggs are getting hard. Sit down before the bacon burns. I'll pour the coffee while you settle down. Why can't you settle down? Why can't you settle down? Give me that worn out shirt. Let me mend that tear. You're hard on everything, not just the clothes you wear. You're hard on everything. Can't tell you what you don't want to hear. Can't show you what you don't want to see. You're hard on everything. You know I love you, but you can't keep coming round. Too many years are slipping by, and I know you'll never change. You're never gonna change. Can't tell you what you don't wanna hear. Can't show you what you don't wanna see. You're hard on everything. Got an offer on the place. It's time, I'm getting out. Can't keep hanging on this way. You'll never settle down. You'll never settle down. Can't tell you what you don't want to hear. Can't show you what you don't want to see. You're hard on everything. You're hard on everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, in honor of being in West Virginia, we'll send this out to all you West Virginia fiddlers. I was out for a walk today and saw a beautiful mural with Melvin wine on it. So this is a fiddle tune that I made up called I Thought You Were a Goat, Number 1.
And there's CDs and stuff in the back. If you want one, be sure to get one. If you don't get one. But I will remind you that the Christmas season is just around the corner, and they make wonderful little stocking stuffers, so bear that in mind. You want to pick up a couple of them for your loved ones. Anyway.
Thank you all so much.
Yes, you've been
Thank you to everyone at Mountain Stage for having us. This is our first gig in a very long time, and we could not have picked a better first gig. It's just the sweetest crew of folks to hang out with. So,
Thank you.
We feel very lucky. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Kieran Kane, Rayna Gellert. That was awesome. That was so good. I have to say, I feel like I've been sitting on someone's front porch, except it's not the random musicians that usually wind up on a front porch, It's like sitting on someone's front porch on a really, really good night. Rayna laughs now at how insistent she was about their collaboration. She said she recognized immediately when she first heard Kieran that he thought the same way she did musically. And they both agree that they bring out something in each other that isn't there when they work individually. You can sure hear that. The result is a sound that's bigger than the sum of its parts, like magic. Their new album is The Flowers That Bloom in the Spring on Dead Reckoning Records. That was Kieran Kane and Rayna Gellert. It's time to welcome our singer, Julie Adams, to do a song for you. She'll be joined, as always, by the Mountain Stage Band. That's Ron Soul, the leader of the band, on acoustic guitar. Michael Lipton is our electric guitarist. Bob Thompson is over at the piano. Steve Hill plays the bass. And Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Julie has chosen The Sap Is Gonna Rise by Colleen Anderson, who lives right here in Charleston. And please welcome Julie Adams.
When the days are dark and the nights are cold, when the trees are bare, standing up like bones, in the deepest winter, all covered with snow, the sap is gonna rise, the sugar's gonna flow.
Spring will come if you only believe. Gonna push out the buds, gonna green up the leaves, gonna blossom and bloom, gonna hum with the bees. Spring will come if you only believe.
And the seasons come and the seasons go. It's a circle game, it's an ebb and flow. Mother Nature has her own way to know. The sap is gonna rise, the sugar's gonna flow. When you're all alone and you just wanna cry, when you're far from home, when the well's gone dry, don't you give up hope. Go on and dry your eyes in its own good time. The sap is gonna rise, and the roots go deeper in the time of drought. You're gonna be alright, there ain't no doubt. Keep breathing in and breathing out. The sap is gonna rise, the sugar's gonna flow. The sap is gonna rise, the sugar's gonna flow.
With The Sap is Gonna Rise by Colleen Anderson. I think Colleen is in the house here with us tonight, so yay, beautiful song. Lovely. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you want to hear something again, visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs not heard on the radio and the complete finale song. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever it is you listen. Our next performer is an alumni of ETSU, East Tennessee State University, with a degree from the Bluegrass Old Time and Country Music program. I love that. Wish that had been around when I was coming up. I'd love to make that phone call home. Mom, Dad, I want to get a degree in bluegrass music. He hails from the mountains of western North Carolina near Boone, and he started on electric guitar but fell in love with the banjo in junior high and didn't look back. He won 2 IBMA, that's International Bluegrass Music Association awards, before he was 21. And his debut EP was produced by banjo legend Scott Vestal. He cites as inspiration John Coltrane, Dizzy Gillespie, and even Childish Gambino. He's open-minded, enthusiastic, engaging, and on fire for the banjo, and he's brought his crew with him tonight. He has a new album coming very soon after this show airs called Black Banjo on Mountain Home Music Company. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage the Trey Wellington Band.
So happy to be here on the Mountain Stage Radio Show. Thank you so much, Kathy, for that great introduction. My name is Trey Wellington. We are the Trey Wellington Band. Over here on the mandolin is Josiah Nelson. He's originally from Colorado, but now lives in Johnson City, where he's also getting his degree from ETSU. Then over here on the guitar, we got Nick Watsonfeld, and he is in Blacksburg, Virginia. He'll be graduating very soon.
With not a degree in bluegrass music.
With not a degree in bluegrass. He's the smart one of us all. And then back here on the bass, we got Caitlin Lowe, and she's originally from Michigan, but now also lives in Johnson City. There's a growing trend here, if you haven't noticed. But that first song there is going to be off my upcoming record, Black Banjo, that will be out on Mountain Home Music Company on May 13th, actually. So please be on the lookout for that. And this next song I'm going to do is one that our guitar player over here, Nick Watsonfeld, wrote, and this one's called Will.
Wheels will turn, but then they die. The others tell themselves they're not that guy who keeps it rolling across time. No matter what they might roll over, the spokes will stretch and turn to words, and resolute the curves they said were firm. So travel stops until repairs then stack up with no proper notice. It's not about what you might want. If you've built it yourself, then you can pass right through. It's all that you can do. Just take a look around, you seem confused, as if the parts to fix aren't things you use. Wearing down with no concern of whether you can hold together. Look right down and rack your mind for ground that ever felt purposely designed. It's cracked, it's smooth, but it's surely there. And it's not the reason for the sorrow. Just roll it, you know that you know it will hold you, but what just might control you, forgive you, give you a little less to chew through. You can be good for you. It's not about what you might built it yourself, then you can pass right through. It's all that you can do. It's all that you can do. And I believe in you. That you're on your merry way, just tune it up and polish every day. Take control, to take control.
You've got nobody else to do it.
Thank you. Nick Watsonfeld on the guitar there. Like I said, I'm on the Mountain Home Music Company record label, and that new album will be out on May 13th. This next song we're going to do here is one that me and Josiah wrote. We used to be roommates when we both lived in Johnson City. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina now, and so we would write all the time, and this is one that turned out really good, and he came to me, and we both worked on a melody for it. And then we decided this is the perfect one to do in this band. So here's Solar Fuel. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have time for about one more song for you tonight, and this one is also going to be on that upcoming record, Black Banjo. Be on the lookout for it, and this one's actually going to be a duet with Tim O'Brien on that album, which I'm pretty excited. And he's from the state of West Virginia, am I correct? Yeah, I was thinking so. So I'm super excited about that. And so this one's called Wasted Time. And we've had such a great time. Check out our merch. Check us out on social media. You can go to my website, TreyWellington.com, or Facebook.com/TreyWellingtonMusic, or just look up Trey Wellington. I'm sure you can find me. Thank you so much. This one's going to be Wasted Time. Thank you. You ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Many past stories I heard once upon a time. I don't know what to believe. Lord, did I do a crime, or was I just in the wrong place? I'm minding my own. It's kinda hard when the bottle's what you rely on.
Birthdays have passed and my baby's moved on. I don't have no one to tell me if I'm right or wrong. Wasted time is my story, 20 years is my fee. No one to help me now, how can I feel free?
Fairy tale story about a man doing time. This ain't no Jessup, but it is the chains of my mind. Don't mind me, I'm crazy. Ain't you heard, but I'm completely put together. That's the least that I've heard. So much, folks. We are the Trey Wellington Band.
Trey Wellington Band. Oh, that was great. I think maybe there were some illegal chords in there, but I'm not going to say anything. He's been featured on David Holt's State of Music and Kamal Bell's CNN show United Shades of America from the legendary Highlander Center in East Tennessee. His new album is called Black Banjo on Mountain Home Music Company. That was the Trey Wellington Band. We hope you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. There you'll find links to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. And of course, we invite you to follow us to our next live show. You can find out where we'll be and get your tickets at mountainstage.org. Our next performer lives in D.C. In the tradition of Woody Guthrie, she writes about social justice issues and holds the point of view of compassionate dissent. She calls herself the poster child for intersectionality. And she has a new album called Change Makers that's fueled by hope and filled with love. Among her heroes are Sweet Honey in the Rock and Holly Near. She was raised in rural North Carolina in a family of preachers, and her voice straddles the intersection of gospel, folk, Americana, and soul. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage, Chris Matthews.
I've traveled all across this land, up the Gold Coast and back home again. Found common ground around every bend, and far fewer strangers than I've found friends. A little princess drawing at breakfast with wonder in her eyes, an immigrant on the phone with her abuela saying goodbye. Planes and trains and buses too. No us and them, just me and you. And every person's like a book with a story yet to tell. a hidden gem buried deep within the depths of their well. Hello, how's it going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, exactly where you are. I've been from sea to shining sea, from Mendocino to Carolina Beach. And what I found town after town is folks getting right back up when life knocks them down. A sweet widow from Ohio who still sings with every track. A rambling man with his whole life packed up on his tired back. Planes and trains and buses too. No us and them, just me and you. And every person's like a book with a story yet to tell, a hidden gem buried deep within the depths of their well. Hello, how's it going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, exactly where you are. As I've journeyed far and wide, I've tried to reach out across the great divide, across those knowns and those unknowns that keep us in opposing corners so alone. This or that, insert whatever social construct that you like. I hope all our better angels take the wheel for a while. Planes and trains and buses too. No us and them, just me and you. Just me and you. Just me and you, yeah. Just me and you, yeah. And every person's like a book with a story yet to tell, a hidden gem buried deep within the depths of their well. Hello, how's it going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, exactly, exactly, exactly where you are. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much. It's awfully good to be here with all of you. Playing Mountain Stage is a mighty big bucket list item for me, so I appreciate the chance to be here so very much. And this lovely lady here is kind enough to accompany me. This is Heather May, another amazing social justice songwriter.
Hello.
Who just also happens to be my partner on and off stage.
Oh, she said it, not me.
So I think I want to sing a little love song for you now. This is called Oklahoma Sunset. And I wrote this sitting in a field after going to the Woody Guthrie Festival, and just happened to look back over my shoulder at just the right moment for inspiration to strike. Mid-July, Friday night, side by side, your hand in mine, just carrying on like we do. But I couldn't take my eyes off of you. She's beautiful, always. If I'm watching or not, if I do or don't say, even when the storm is rolling, it doesn't stop her light from shining. Oh, she's in Oklahoma sunset on a summer night. Stop dead in my tracks just to bask in her light. Oh, she keeps me breathless. Her glory is endless. I hope her light never fades. But she's how I wanna end every day. When I come home from a long day, the sight of her takes it all away. Just sitting on the back porch, taking her in, is enough to ease all my worrying. She's got a warmth about her that soothes me, a glow all around her that moves me. Even when the storm is rolling in, it doesn't stop her light from shining. Or she's in Oklahoma sunset on a summer night. Stop dead in my tracks just to bask in her light. Oh, she keeps me breathless, her glory is endless. I hope her light never fades. But she's how I wanna end every day. She's cool like the twilight, blue in the sky, until the pink hits her cheeks on those red hot nights. But my favorite part is her golden heart. Go ahead, sing to me. Well, she's an Oklahoma sunset on a summer night. Stop dead in my tracks just to bask in her light. Oh, she keeps me breathless, her glory is endless. I hope her light never fades. She's how I wanna end every day. I wanna end every day this way. Thanks, y'all. Well, thank you so much.
For those who are listening on the radio, I am a fan of myself. Let me just tell you, I highly recommend dating not only a Southerner, but a Southerner with a guitar.
Yeah, it comes in handy sometimes. Usually to get myself out of trouble. Well, we want to sing one for you now off of Changemakers. And this is a song that I previously have not performed very much, but I'm trying to get in the habit of doing it much more so because it's such an important story. And so many of our neighbors are struggling with things silently, and I want to make sure to lift up their voices. This is called This Kind of War. And I wrote this song after traveling from Manassas, Virginia, up to the D.C. area, and I passed this truck on the highway that had a bumper sticker that said, "Shoot your local heroin dealer." And it stopped me in my tracks because it made me wonder what their story must be for that to be the thing that they put in a place where you usually say, my kid is an A honor roll student, or, West Virginia wild and wonderful, and so on. And so I got home and started doing a little research to try to learn a little bit more about what that struggle must be like. And this is the song that came out. He's got a hole in his heart where his daughter used to be. And another one for the neighbor down the street. It's a war zone from the pulpit to the bleachers, students and teachers drowning. His sweet little mining town is crumbling down around him. He was a simple kind of man, never thought this would be his life. They say misery loves company, but then the heartbreak claimed his wife. And this is one fight he can't win with an enemy he can't see. He's just another walking casualty of an overdose tragedy. He said, yeah, I used to be like you. Now I'm like the sticker out of my rear view. It says, shoot your local heroin dealer, that low-down murdering dream stealer, 'cause the bodies just keep piling up. How much longer till you seen enough? No matter what you do,
Oh, this kind of war will claim you if it wants to. He said first, do no harm on the doctor's office wall. So even when the pills felt like overkill, she watched her husband take them all. It's a gateway to a kingdom where the promise is no more pain. It'll cost them all they have. What they'll lose can't be regained. She lets her hands hide her face as they take her love away. He's just another one of the 20-some whose demons won that day. And this is one fight she can't win with an enemy she can't see. She's just another walking casualty of an overdose tragedy. She said, yeah, I used to be like you. Now I'm like the sticker out of my rear view. But it's not just the heroin dealer. The pills do more harm than needles, and the bodies just keep piling up. How much longer till you've seen enough? No matter who you are, oh, this kind of war is bound to leave some scars. There's a ruptured generation in the hills of West Virginia, and a broken-hearted mayor in Nashville, Tennessee. The revenants in Portland and Tacoma are falling where they stand. This war is like a hurricane, it's already claimed the Northwest, the Rust Belt and the heartland. And yeah, they used to be like you, and what they've seen will change you too. It's not just the heroin dealers' prescriptions do more harm than needles, and the bodies just keep piling up. How much longer till enough's enough? No matter what you tried before, you can't just say no to this war. Thank you so much. Well, I think we want to leave you all with this one. This is one of my mom's favorites, and I think she's listening from down in southeastern North Carolina tonight. This is a song that's based off of an old freedom song written by a woman named Roberta Slavitt. And the first time I heard that song, I didn't realize how old it was, which of course spoke terribly about our progress as a society because it felt very relevant still. And so I took that song and put some new lyrics to it. And the folks who managed Miss Slavitt's catalog felt like it was relevant enough to be released under this new title. And so this song is called We Must Be Free. And this is one, my mom is an AME preacher, so I grew up with music in community. And so I want to invite you, if you can, if you will, if you are able, if you are willing, to sing the word freedom with us if the words of this song resonate with you. And also you have my permission to give me some soul claps on 2 and 4. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. Oh Lord, we've struggled so long, we must be free. We must be free. Black lives matter, oh yes they do. And yes, of course, all lives do too. But they don't see me the way they see you. You reach for your ID, they smile. I reach for mine, they shoot. They say that freedom is a constant crying. They say that freedom is a constant crying. They say that freedom is a constant crying. Oh Lord, we've cried so long, we must be free, we must be free.
Black lives matter. Why can't you see? What makes you less afraid of them than you are of us, than you are of me? Protect and serve us, not kill and hurt us. Oh Lord, how many black lives will it take before that thin blue line turns purple? They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. Oh Lord, we sorrow so long. We must be free, we must be free. Black lives matter, both young and old. So many names on my heart, and yet so many stories left untold. When will it end, Lord? When will it end? Tell me, why does it feel like it's 1968 all over again? They say that freedom is a constant moaning. They say that freedom is a constant moaning. They say that freedom is a constant moan. Oh Lord, we moan so long. We must be free, we must be free. Black lives matter. Don't you turn away. Oh, rise up, call out injustice, say their names. I'm no safer, no, not at all. It could just as well be my name that's the next one on the wall. They say that freedom is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. Oh Lord, Lord, we've died so long. We must be free. Thank you so much, folks. My name is Chris Matthews. This is Heather May. Thank you so much, Mountain Stage fam, for making us feel so at home.
Chris Matthews with Heather May. That was wonderful. Chris has a TED Talk, in case you want to check it out. It's called Sing, Don't Shout, about music and its power to communicate. And also, she just moved to Nashville, so maybe I'll run into her somewhere around there. Also, she can lay tile. She's a handy fixer-upper type person around the house, and she's a really good cook. Her new album is Change Makers, and that was Chris Matthews. We'd like to say a special hello to you right now if you're listening over WAMC in Albany, New York, and at KDAQ in Shreveport, Louisiana. Thank you so much. We hope you can join us next week for performances by Peter Mulvey, Kashana, Ben Soli, and Sister Strings. This is Kathy Mattea, and you're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Hello again, and welcome back to the second hour of Mountain Stage. I'm Kathy Mattea, and we're recording with a limited capacity audience here at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston. Limited, but very enthusiastic. I'm so glad you joined us. Still to come, we're going to hear from J2B2. That's the John Jorgensen Bluegrass Band. But we're going to start this second hour with a Grammy-nominated all-female string band who've been together since 2009. They have a lot of new music to celebrate. After a bit of a hiatus, they released an experimental and boundary-pushing album in 2020 called Headlight. Unfortunately, they were unable to tour behind that record, so the pandemic gave them an opportunity to make a second record released last fall called Family Reunion. It is a snapshot of their reunion after being unable to record or play together for 18 months. And they captured the moment on a recording. You can hear their sheer joy at making music together again. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage, Della May.
Airport, waiting at a bus station for transport to carry me to my destination. Middle seat in economy, this lifestyle's a part of me. I like turning the covers down from town to town. Oh, is it all over now? I'm just wondering how long will there be no one to sing these songs? On the St. Regis River, there's a bar lined with silvers. We always pull over for a shot and a beer. And off the coast of Oregon, where the sea swallows the sun, as we walk the beach talking about what is yet to come. Oh, is it all over now? I'm just wondering how long will there be no one to sing these songs? There's the pirate of St. Augustine. Oh, the long lines of Jesus' feet getting hustled in the streets of Ho Chi Minh. I'd lay on all the airport floors to know that I could come back for more. Let me ride into the distance with my guitar. Oh. I never thought I'd miss long lines at the airport, waiting at a bus station for transport, driving through the night to my destination. Oh, drinking too much coffee. There's a lifestyle's a part of me. I like turning the covers down from town to town. Oh, is it all over now? I'm just wondering how long. Oh, is it all over now? I'm just wondering how. Come on. Well, hello, Mountain Stage. It is such a pleasure to be receiving live audience clapping. Let me tell you, it got real sad in the pandemic when I was clapping for myself during my live streams. So I cannot even tell you how much every person on this stage is so grateful that you're sitting in those seats right now. I think a whole lot of gratitude in this whole room. So thank you for being here, y'all.
We are Della May. I guess you could say we're based out of Nashville, Tennessee, but in reality it's Boston, it's Nashville, it's a whole bunch of places, and we're just lucky to be here now. This is one we put on our album Family Reunion. It's called Right Away.
1, 2, 3.
Holding his helmet and a cold cigarette, he tries to light a match, but they're sopping wet. Now he's staring at the asphalt. He can taste her breath. He knows she gave it all till she had nothing left, and then he heard the words she said. Yeah, the walls came closing in like the pine wood box that his daddy rested in their overgrown lot. His mama left one night. Daddy cried and said, son, don't ever give your heart away. So when you hear her say, I love you, just right away. Let the wind drown out all those words you wish you never heard, just right away. Lock your heart up tight as you redline that Thunderbird. Come on. Like a bullet from a gun, rocked by all the love she had and how he had to run. The hairs along his neck rise, he sees his mama's face, telling him to turn back. True love is not to waste, that it can't ever be replaced. So he hauled on the handles of that hog and tried to turn. He skidded on the ground and the world had turned and turned, flying through the air in the arms of the wind. He thought he could feel her right away. Knock your heart up tight as you redline that Thunderbird. Yeah, just right away. Let the wind drown out all those words you never heard, just right away. Knock your heart up tight as you redline that Thunderbird.
On Mountain Stage. I think the last time we were here was 2014 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we're really huge fans of Kathy Mattea, so we're especially really proud to get to do this show, and wonderful bands tonight. Hello to all of you listening on the airwaves, and especially to all of our moms. We put this next song, actually all of these songs, but one are on our new record, Family Reunion, and here's a cover that we love by Gillian Welch.
It's called Dry Town.
1, 2, 3.
Well, the road was hot and flat as a ruler, a good 100 miles between me and Missoula. The vinyl topper wouldn't get no cooler, so we stopped at a Quickie Sack. Yes, I figure I need about a 6 of Miller, one of those things so I wouldn't spill her. And I asked the girl if the beer was in the bag. She said it's a dry town, no beer, no liquor, but miles around. Not give a nickel for a sip or two to wash me down to this dry town. So I turned right around, no hesitation, Cursed the law for ruining the nation. Waved goodbye to the boy at the station, but she wouldn't go into gear. He said, it sounds like your transmission. You need Barb, she's gone fishing. Her day off, she gets a long way from here. 'Cause it's a dry town, no beer, no liquor for miles around. I'd give a nickel for a sip or two to wash me down out of this dry town. Yes, back home, friends, you can get a dose of something strong from your local grocer. So I walked down till I came a little closer to a place called Abby John's. He said, I keep something here for colds and fevers down underneath the way we usually leave it. But just last night I felt a cold coming on. 'Cause it's a dry town, no beer, no liquor for miles around. I'd give a nickel for a sip or two to wash me down out of this dry town. I need a sip or two to wash me down out of this dry town. I'd like to take one hot second to just introduce some of the women standing up on stage, ripping those guitar solos. That's Avril Smith. Equally as ripping, we got Maddie Whitler on the mandolin. That's Vicky Vaughn on the bass. And the woman who started Della 11 years ago, I owe her my job. That's Kimber Ludiker on the fiddle.
Everybody, incredible songwriter and lead vocalist. That's Celia Woodsmith right there.
Thank you. Well, there's a funny thing that was happening around this time last year. My friend Mark Arelli and I decided we would write a song about it, and that was that everyone was saying, man, I just can't wait to get back to the way it was before. And yes, I agree with that sentiment. But I think there's a lot of things about the way it was before that we need to take a good, long look at. And a good, long look at it with as much compassion in our hearts as we can possibly muster. And I think we can all agree on that one. This is a hard song to sing, but I think the way that Mark and I wrote it is just telling 3 stories. These are 3 people who lived during the pandemic. I think you might know some of them if you listen hard enough. This is called The Way It Was Before. 1, 2, 3. Left my home, I rolled the dice, followed the promise of a better life. Now I work at the factory on the 3rd shift while my kids sleep. They say our job's a necessity, then turn the lock and hide the key. They call us heroes on the killing floor. A day off is something that I can't afford. We can't go back to the way it was before, while some profit off the ones who just endure. We all know it's broken, won't get fixed by wishing and hoping. We can't just go back to the way it was before. Down the aisle just last July, and when he gave me away, oh how he cried. And in the spring we said we've got big news to share. friends in another town, till someone pulls a gun and shots ring out. Now there's a hole in our family, and a granddaughter on the way he'll never meet. We can't go back to the way it was before, afraid to go to school or to a grocery store. We all know it needs repair, won't get fixed by thoughts and prayers. We can't just go back to the way it was before. Now I'm scrolling through the headlines on my screen. Another black man crying out that he can't breathe. Why am I surprised that it's happening again? Isn't this the way it's always been? It don't even matter if there was a crime. The system works exactly how it was designed, and the indifference is so deeply ingrained. That means I'm the one that needs to make a change. We can't go back to the way it was before. The injustice can no longer be ignored. Oh, none of us are free until we all can be. We can't just go back to the way it was before.
Well, it certainly has been pretty hard the last couple of years, and we did a lot of writing based off of that. I'm sure you are not surprised, but Avril and Kimber and I did a lot of Zoom writing, which was surprisingly effective, I have to say. We came up with some good songs, and Kimber in particular had this beautiful melody, and she gave it to me and said, "What do you think of this? Can you come up with some lyrics?" And the lyrics I came up with were about losing a friend, and she was like, "Man, you really nailed that." That was kind of what I was thinking about when I wrote this melody. So we want to play this song for you. It's also off of Family Reunion, and it's called Goodbye My Friend, and it's just about losing friendship. There's a lot of songs about losing love, so we don't need to redo that one, but this one in particular I think is striking home for a lot of people right now. So here it is, Goodbye My Friend. Goodbye, my friend. We had a good run in the end, and I still sing all the songs we sang together for so long. And when a friendship dies, it's like seeing behind a disguise. Goodbye, my friend. Pride won't let us make amends, but I still dream of you as a child. Let's run free there for a while. I'll hold on to the memories that don't bring me sorrow and grief. Yes, it's hard to see you go,
make a new start. Oh, there's always a place in my heart, and so often as it seems, one little word could change everything. Well, goodbye, my friend. We had a good run in the end.
Oh, thank you so much. You are so kind. We are just, again, so grateful to be here on this stage and really feeling the love. And to all of the folks out on the radio, really great to have you tuning in as well. This is a song that I wrote a couple of years ago, and we put it on our album that we released in 2020. It's called Headlight. And this goes out to all of the people in this audience, because I know that you're there. And all of the people listening on the radio, we see you and we believe you and we stand with you. This is called Headlight.
Walking in the footsteps of a woman I don't know, and though we've been moving slow, we've gotten somewhere. Yeah, walking in the footsteps of a woman I haven't met, but I've seen her on the internet crying. And if it hasn't happened to you, it will happen to your sister. And if it hasn't happened to her, it will happen to another. So be a headlight in this dark night. I might not believe you, but I do. You are a headlight in this dark night. They might not believe you, but I do. Walking in the footsteps of a woman who's endured the silence of the sisters who look nothing like her. Yeah, walking in the footsteps of a woman who speaks the truth. No need to be rude, just sit back and listen. And if it hasn't happened to you, it will happen to your sister. And if it hasn't happened to her, it will happen to another. So be a headlight in this dark night. They might not believe you, but I do. You are a headlight in this dark Don't let them ask you why. Don't let them ask you why. Oh, why you didn't speak up. Oh, why. Don't let them ask you why. Don't let them ask you why. Oh, why you didn't speak up. Oh, why. You are a headlight in this dark night. They might not believe you, but I do. You are a headlight in this dark night. They might not believe you, oh, but I do. You are a headlight in this dark night. They might not believe you, but I do.
Thank you so much, Mountain Stage.
Della May! Their name comes from the Flat and Scruggs song Big Spike Hammer. Hey, hey, Della May, why do you treat me this way? Their mission, they say, is to showcase top female musicians and improve opportunities for women and girls musically and beyond. And their group sprang from an idea Kimber Ludiker, their fiddler, had. She said she had a vision of women playing fast bluegrass in high heels and power suits. Awesome. Their new album is Family Reunion. That was Della May. It's time for our pianist, Bob Thompson, to play for you. And Bob has chosen one of his own songs tonight, a beautiful song called Olivia's Wish. Please welcome Bob Thompson. You can find his music at colortones.com. That was our very own Bob Thompson with one of his own compositions called Olivia's Wish. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is feedback@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Twitter and peek behind the scenes on our Instagram. You can find all those links at our website, mountainstage.org. We're going to close the show with an all-star band that plays bluegrass with a West Coast rock influence. Among their ranks are some of the best in the business at songwriting, singing, and playing. John Jorgensen and Herb Peterson were co-founders with Chris Hillman of country rock group The Desert Rose Band. John went on to form the LA-based band The Helicasters, as well as touring with Elton John for many years. Patrick Sauber is a multi-instrumentalist and a virtuoso of bluegrass and old-time music. There's also renowned bassist Mark Fain, known for his work with Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder. Their collective list of collaborators reads like a who's who of all genres of music, including Barbra Streisand, Pavarotti, Earl Scruggs, Stephen Stills, Graham Parsons, the Dixie Chicks, Alan Jackson, Alison Krauss, Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris. You're starting to get the picture, right? They have a new album called Live at McCabe's on J2 Records. They're all veterans of the music business, and you've no doubt heard each of them before playing on many of the records we all know and love. But they're in a new configuration here. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage, J2B2, the John Jorgensen Bluegrass Band.
Forget
for someone living right now. Someone who's shallow, ugly, and hollow, doesn't even allow you to want to know how to live for the living, give for the giving, moment by moment, one day at a time. It doesn't matter, it's nothing but dreaming anyhow.
Thank you so much, everybody. That was a song written by our friend Chris Hillman, along with Stephen Stills and Rick Roberts, called It Doesn't Matter. And we're going to do a song written by a good friend of ours, and probably somebody that you've heard here on Mountain Stage at least a couple of times. I think one of America's greatest songwriters, Rodney Crowell. Yeah. This is one of his most beautiful songs, story of twin brothers from where he grew up in Houston, and it's called Wandering Boy.
Coming from the cold, it must be cold. Threadbare against a freezing wind, it's a short time getting old. Come and sit down, tell me where you've been. Rest your soul beside the fire till it's time to go again. Take me back one more time, where the railroad track meets the kudzu vine. Wandering boy, the blood that's flowing through you flows through me. When I look in any mirror, it's your face that I see. You're my only brother, I'm your twin, and you come home to rest a while and shed your dying skin. Ease your mind, have no fear. When it comes your time, I'll be here, wandering boy. We were two Houston kids, sailing bays and jar lids, with our pop bottles hid by the bayou's bend. In the wild East End, welcome back again, wandering just what they get. But little did I know there'd come a day when my words would come back screaming like a debt I have to pay. Lean on me, I'll be strong. We're almost free. It won't be long. Wandering boy.
Thank you so much. It's rare that you get to perform a classic bluegrass song with the guy that composed it, but we have that for you tonight. This song I first heard way back a long time ago on a cassette. Do you remember cassettes? There was not a lot of information on there. I found out later that it was Tony Rice that was singing and playing the song, but I didn't find out till many years later that Herb had actually written this song. It's one of my favorites. It's called Old Train.
1, 2, 3.
Old train, I can hear your whistle blow, but I won't be jumping on again. Old train, I've been everywhere you go, and I know what lies beyond each bend. Old train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running. I hear your rusty wheels grate against the rails, they cry with every mile. So I think I'll stay a while. Old train, I grow weary from the miles, but I'll miss the freedom that was mine. Old train, just to think about this time, I'll smile when your high falling by. Old train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running.
I hear your rusty wheels grate against the rails. They cry with every mile. So I think I'll stay a while.
There you go.
That's Herb Peterson. So it was really nice when I was in the office here doing a little bit of the paperwork. They gave me a list of all of the songs that I had played here over the years, and that was really helpful. So I didn't repeat too many of them, but a couple of times I came with my Gypsy Jazz Quintet and played a lot of guitar. So I'm going to do a little number on the guitar for you now. This one is called Feather. Thank you so much. I'd like to do a song for you now that was written by Emmylou Harris and Guy Clark. And this is a song that Emmylou wrote for her father, who was a fighter pilot in World War II. And it's really a beautiful song. I know she's known more for interpreting other people's songs, but I think when you hear this one, if you haven't heard it before, you'll wish that she wrote more songs. And we want to send this out to everybody out there who's got a friend or family member, past or present, protecting our country, serving the military. This is called Bang the Drum Slowly. I meant to ask you how to fix that car. I always meant to ask you about the war and what you saw across the bridge too far. Did it leave a scar? And how you navigated wings of fire and steel up where heaven had no more secrets to conceal. But still you found the ground beneath your wheels. How did it feel? Bang the drum slowly and play the pipe slowly to dust. Be returning from dust we begin. Bang the drum slowly, I'll speak of things holy above and below me, a world without end. I meant to ask you how when everything seemed lost and your life hung in a game of dice they tossed, but still there was a line you never crossed at any cost. I meant to ask you how you lived what you believe with nothing but your heart upon your sleeve. And if you ever really were deceived by the likes of me, bang the drum slowly and play the pipe slowly to dust. Be returning from dust we begin. Bang the drum slowly, I'll speak of things holy above and below me, a world without end. Gone now is the day and gone's the sun. There's peace tonight all over Arlington, but the songs of my life will still be sung by the light of the moon you hung. I meant to ask you how to plow that field, and I meant to bring you water from the well, and to be the one beside you when you fell. Could you tell? Could you tell? Bang the drum slowly and play the pipe slowly to dust. Be returning from dust we begin. Bang the drum slowly, I'll speak of things holy above and below me, a world without end. Above and below me, a world without end. We're so happy to be on this show. We were supposed to do it 2 years ago, and so thank you for the people that were patient out there. And really glad to be here with so many great artists. The music was so inspiring tonight. Thank all the artists were so fabulous, really. And, once more, Mark Fain on the bass. Herb Peterson on the banjo. And Patrick Sauber on the guitar. Patrick's going to sing a song to close our segment here. And this was written by our good friend Bill Bryson. Bill was the bass player in the Desert Rose Band and a good friend to all of us. Again, thank you for being such a nice audience. We're going to finish our part with one called Riding on the L&N. 1, 2.
And I'm looking for a friend. Think I'll catch a southern freight, ride someplace pretty, take a trip on the L&N. Well, I'm riding high and wide to my home up around the bend. I'll send me drifting back to those hills of Carolina when I ride on the L&N. This train is my old friend, and he said he'd ring the bell just to tell me where we are when I'm riding on the L&N. Well, I'm riding high and wide to my home up around the bend. I'll send me drifting back to those hills of Carolina when I ride on the L&N. Just a glimpse of scenery now and then, but I swear I smell the pines and the mountain laurels bloom when I'm riding on the L&N. Well, I'm riding high and wide to my home up around the bend. I'll soon be drifting back to those hills of Carolina when I ride on the L&N. Well, I'm riding high and wide to my home up around the bend. I should be drifting back to those hills of Carolina when I ride on the L&N. When I'm riding on the L&N.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very much.
John Jorgensen Bluegrass Band. Woo! That was so great. So great. Peter Frampton calls John Jorgensen a guitarist's guitarist. And he's also one of the nicest guys in showbiz. Anyone, you can ask anyone, everyone loves John Jorgensen. Their latest album is live from McCabe's on J2 Records. That was the John Jorgensen Bluegrass Band. And we want to say thank you to them. J2B2, thanks to Della and to Chris Matthews, thanks to the Trey Wellington Band, and thanks to Kieran, Kane, and Rayna Gellert. And thanks to you out there listening on the radio, because without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. We never forget that. I hope you'll come back next week when we welcome Peter Mulvey, Kishana, Ben Soley, and Sister Strings. We're going to do one more for you now, but before we do, we'd like to say happy trails to our associate producer, Vasilia Skouras, who's heading out on a new adventure after 10 years of great work with us here at Mountain Stage. We wish you the best, Vasilia, and we know you'll be successful in whatever you do. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producers are John Ingram and Mallory Richards. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Patrick Stevens, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Brian Hensley, with production assistance by Michael Lipton, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, Greg McGowan, Patrick Moore, and Big J. Promotion is coordinated by Vasilia Skoris, John Ingram, and Music in Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia's where I belong. In the dead of the night, and still in the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. It's been years now since I left there, and this city life's about got the best of me. I can't remember why I left so free, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to see, but I can sure remember where I come from. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia's where I belong. In the dead of the night, and still in the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. Well, I paid the price for believing in this life I have, not one I thought I'd find. Just let me live, love, let me cry, but when I go, just let me die among the friends who remember when I'm gone. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia's where I belong. In the dead of the night, and still in the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. So clear in my mind. Home, home, home. I can almost smell the honeysuckle vine. In the dead of the night, and still in the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. In the dead of the night, and still in the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. Thank y'all very much. Thanks for coming out and being such a great audience.
Support Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.